it's Diane Yetter, and welcome to our next episode of Women to Watch in Sales Tax here at the Sales Tax Institute. And today I am thrilled to be talking with Cate Battin, who is a partner with McDermott, Will & Emery here in Chicago with me. So Cate, welcome.
Hey, wonderful to be on with you today.
Great. So Cate, for those that may not know what McDermott, Will & Emery is, can you tell us what your firm does and then what your role is there?
Sure. McDermott, Will & Emery is a full-service law firm across all disciplines, and we have offices, throughout the country and abroad.
Mm-hmm.
We have historically, I think we started as a tax firm, and so we historically have had a very strong tax practice, and particularly in the state and local tax area, which is where I come in.
That's great. And you do have, as a firm, a very storied history with some of the most landmark cases in state and local tax. So Cate, is there something that you've been involved with in your role there or elsewhere that you're especially proud of?
So I'd have to say I had to think hard about that one, Diane, but I think I'm especially proud of some of the settlements that we have accomplished. I deal a lot in controversy work, but it's oftentimes the big wins come behind the scenes. And I'm particularly proud of some of the settlements we've accomplished with the city of Chicago. I sit in the Chicago office in Chicago, Illinois, obviously, and there's a lot of controversies with the city of Chicago, and so we've been able to reach some very favorable resolutions for our clients, particularly with that jurisdiction, but others as well.
Right. So Cate, you've been a partner for a long time. Your career has been in law. Do you have any advice for women that may be attorneys working in the sales tax field?
Yeah, my advice would really be to develop relationships with members of the various departments of revenue and nurture those relationships throughout time. And I think over the years, just having those strong relationships with the various departments of revenue, that you really build a trust with them, and it's easier to accomplish goals and advocate for your client. It's sometimes when things get contentious, it's important to sort of take a step back and make sure you're maintaining those relationships and professionalism in the relationships. And I think that has been really the secret to my success here and many of my colleagues here, is we really have strong relationships within the various departments of revenue.
Oh, that's such great advice. We've had a lot of women that I've talked to talk about networking and developing relationships, but you may be the first that focused on the relationships with people that are often thought of as our adversaries. But just with what you said about your accomplishment with the settlement, those settlements don't happen if you don't have those relationships. And you don't have that level of trust. So Cate, thank you so much for being with us. I really appreciate it. And it's always great to see you at events here in Chicago and around the country.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Diane.